Hey there, welcome back to Mainframe Tech Videos. It's been a minute, but I'm thrilled to be back with you all. In today's video, we are diving into COBOL Debugging Mode clause. It's going to be epic, so let's jump right in. In today's video, we will discuss about Introduction about Debugging Clause, why we prefer using debugging clause, when to use, where to use. Introduction about debugging clause. Debugging clause activates a compile time switch for debugging lines written in the source program. A debugging line is a statement that is compiled only when the compile time switch is activated. To specify a debugging line in your program, code the character D in the 7th position. You may include successive debugging lines, but each must have a D in column 7 and we should not break character strings across lines. All our debugging lines must be written in a way that the program is syntactically correct, whether the debugging lines are compiled or treated as comments. If the with debugging mode clause is omitted, debug lines are treated as comment lines. Why do we need this clause? Let us assume we run the JCL to test our new program. We need to determine the value of a data name at certain points in a procedure. Debugging clause allows us to determine the values through display statements. Let us see an example code snippet. If you ever wonder why can't we use the simple display statements without the character D in the 7th position? Won't it work? Certainly they will work the same way except that you need to remove them when the code is moved to production. By using debugging clause we achieve this effectively. Where do we actually use this? We should only enable debugging clause in test environments only. Never enable debugging clause in production as we should not write sensitive data in the job output. Let us see an example program for with debugging mode clause. We will run the program with debugging clause enabled first and check the output. Let us go through this simple program. We have coded few display statements. As you can see, we have entered few display statements and the character D in the 7th position. It will make these statements considered only when debugging clause is enabled. Generally, we enable debugging mode in test environments only. Let us run our JCL and check the output. The job is submitted successfully. And we have got maximum return code as 0. Let us go and check the output in spool area. As you all can see, we have got the variable value at different part of calculations in our sysout. Let us go ahead and run our program without debugging mode clause. We will disable the debugging mode and run our program. Usually we will do this when we are pushing code to acceptance and production environments. Let us run our JCL and check the output. Our job is submitted successfully. Let's wait for the return code. We have received 0 as return code. Let us go ahead and check the output of our job in spool. The same program with display statements coded is not writing the output to sysout. This is the difference between writing simple display statements and display statements with debugging mode. Thank you for watching our video. Please leave your comments and hit the like button if you liked this video. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't done yet.